Hello, everyone. This is Allie,
This is Tiara.
and this is the Goddess Vibration. Welcome back. This is not actually a full episode today. We just wanted to provide a bonus clip and let you know what we have going on in our lives.
Yeah, this isn't an actual episode, so I'm really, really sorry that you guys, aren't going to have the pleasure of hearing a full episode. But we've got some really interesting and fun things going on, and it's important that you know that, especially if you are the type of person who is on a self improvement journey or a self help journey, or if you're trying to expand your vibration and manifest the life that you want. We've got a really incredible community of people who are all trying to do the same thing, and we want you to join.
Yes, we absolutely want everyone to join who is looking for a soul tribe and anyone who doesn't matter where you are in your journey, whether you are just had a spiritual awakening or if you've been on this journey for a while. We don't really care where you guys are at in your journey. It's just because Tiara and I have had such interesting journeys ourselves. And even though, yes, we are best friends and we are really close, we also have realized that the reason why we have such a close bond is because we've actually incarnated in past lives. And so I often say that we all have our own frequency, we all vibrate differently. And it doesn't really matter where you are in this journey, you need support. And if Tiara and I didn't have each other, I really don't know where either one of us would be.
Yeah, this type of journey and healing is not easy. And I'm talking about the type of healing where you're trying to really increase your vibration, you're trying to ascend. And what they won't tell you, especially if you follow some of the spiritual circles online, is that this is a journey that is not all about love and light. Like it gets nitty gritty and it gets dark and it gets scary. And the shadow work is not for the faint of heart. So we know that having gone through this journey. And if it wasn't for Allie, I don't know if I'd still be here. I'm so glad that I had her and some of the support of the gods and the archangels to help me navigate through this. We want to give you guys that type of support because I keep saying this and she doesn't like it, but everyone needs an Allie in their life and everyone needs that type of support when it comes to this type of journey. So we have a community of other individuals who are doing this work and we want to really give you guys the resources to do it by making sure you get all the information you need to get to where you want to go, minus all the bullshit that's out there.
Tiara is correct. There is a lot of BS out there. Spirituality, in my personal opinion, has become incredibly commercialized, and it's so unfortunate
Right.
because I get it, people are trying to sell a service, people are trying to make a living, and I'm not trying to discredit or be disrespectful to other people's work. But if you don't use your intuition and if you're not picking people like instinctually versus like, oh, that just sounds amazing, because I get it. There's tons of stuff out there that sounds really cool and really amazing. And I know when Tiara and I first started, we were just like, that sounds so awesome. Like, we need to find out more and we want to know more. And it's just like, we just kept, that eagerness and that excitement of like, this is so cool. And then it's like when you first enter a relationship and you're in that honeymoon phase and everything's amazing, and then the honeymoon phase kind of starts to fade away and reality starts to sink in, and you're just like, oh, I see now. Like, this
Yeah.
journey really is not what we thought it was.
I mean, that's how it was for me. Like, I had my awakening and I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. And colors were brighter and my mood was elevated. And then once it started getting to like where I needed to do the shadow work, I was like, I'm going to run in the other direction because I don't want to go into that type of darkness. But If you don't do the shadow work, you're not going to get to where you want to go. And they're not telling you this in these bigger spiritual circles. Everything's just love and light and candy and rainbows and butterflies. And you need more than candy and rainbows and butterflies to ascend to where you want to be. So we recognize that. And that's another reason why we have this community, is because we want to really give people the tools and resources that are going to get them to where they want to go.
Absolutely. And the best way, if you guys want to get to know us, is through our podcast. And our podcast has been out there now for about a year and a half, and we talk about anything and everything, literally, but it really gives you guys an opportunity to get to know us and what we talk about, and our struggles and our stories and our spiritual teachings that we've learned throughout this journey. It really gives you guys an opportunity, which a lot of these other spiritual coaches don't they don't have a platform like a podcast. Like, they might just have social media, they might have newsletters, they might have, just little things where you're reading, but it's like our podcast is a really great opportunity for people to get to know us.
Absolutely. And we've got stories. Like in season one, there are two episodes about my experience and Allie's experience too, with a dead entity who also just happened to have been a celebrity while he was alive. That's just one example of some of the crazy stuff that we've experienced on this journey, because she and I are both intuitives and we're also both channelers. And so we interact with these beings and they tell us things, and some of that information ends up being very, very valuable, especially when it comes to healing and trying to keep track of what's going on this planet, which, because as I'm sure we're all aware, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on this planet right now. There's a reason for that. And so we keep track of that and we share that on our episodes. And we talk about life and society and the shifts that are going on and how you can navigate them. So it's a mixture of a lot of interesting, fun stuff, but we also incorporate our own experiences and our stories in there with the hope that you guys are going to take something from it.
Tiara and I do have a lot of wisdom, a little, I guess, background on both of us is like both of our souls are actually from different origins. But as I mentioned previously, we have incarnated thousands of times together, and it's been because of one crazy hell of a story that honestly, it it's such a mind-blowing story that her and I still struggle to believe it to this day.
We do talk about our story in bits and pieces on different episodes, but again, we're talking about thousands of lifetimes here. So we share those tidbits every once in a while, and I'm open to sharing more about that in our community, which does require membership, but the benefit of being a part of this community is that it's meant to be something that benefits you guys. So if you guys have specific things you want to see in that community, we're leaving that open to you guys. With that said, we do have a couple freebies on our website for anyone who wants to know more about some of the things that we have available and that we're offering. We have this really incredible crystals guidebook, which is actually like kind of a celebration of our very first episode, which went live in 2023. I think it was July 2023. Essentially, it is a complete 26-page PDF guide about how you can make your crystals work for you. It is completely free. It is very thorough and it covers everything from picking the crystals to charging, activating, and clearing them, to using them to manifest what you want, to using them to help you heal, to recognizing when they need to be changed. Like that type of information is condensed into this one completely free document. We also have a clairsenses guide on our website, which is meant to help you determine which type of spiritual gifts you have, how you know you have spiritual gifts, and how you can use them. Both of those are free on our websites, which you can find at www.goddessvibrationstudio.com.
And we're also working on one more freebie. Hopefully, it will be up soon.
Yes, we are working on a free webinar, completely free, about the things that you need to know and should know about tarot. So, the truth about tarot is the title of the webinar. And it's essentially just a breakdown of the things that you need to keep an eye on when it comes to watching tarot readings, especially if you watch those on YouTube, or when it comes to finding a tarot reader or doing readings for yourself. Because a lot of the information that's going to be shared is information that I wish I would have known when I started watching YouTube readings, which are actually really fun and I still do watch those. But there are some things that you should definitely keep in mind to keep you safe. So that's going to be coming up soon. And as long as you subscribe to our email list, you will receive that information.
Yes. So please do subscribe. And I think this tarot webinar is actually something that is really needed, because Tiara and I are in this space. I have noticed a lot of people actually just being incredibly frustrated with tarot readers. And I was just like, there's got to be a solution for this. And so that's when the idea popped into my head. Tiara is an excellent tarot reader, you guys. She is fantastic. I also am a tarot reader, but I don't even come close to her ability. I'm sure I could if I put more practice into it, but I got a lot of other stuff going on. Um,
Oh, thank you so much. That means so much to me.
so I assigned her this project and she was more than happy to take it on. And it's because a lot of people don't really understand tarot. Like, people don't understand that, like, it really is about the energy in the moment, and that energies are always shifting and changing. It always shifts and change with our moods or our emotions. And so it's like, that's why if it's not resonating, like, we will give you tips and tricks on why it's not resonating and what you really should be looking for. And everyone needs a tiara when it comes to tarot.
Full disclosure, Allie assigns me things. Sometimes I do them, sometimes I don't. This one I actually did decide to do. And she's right. There are really important things that you need to keep in consideration when it comes to tarot. And a lot of people are frustrated with tarot. Like, I know I was when it came to watching some of these readers because they're so full of BS. And we're not going to go into that today. But yes, this webinar is going to really, really help you guys make sense of how to observe these readings with the right eye and mindset. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So that is what we have going on. And so we just wanted to give like a bonus episode or a bonus update of what we have going on. And we hope to see everyone there. Like, please come join our community. Please listen to our podcast and please subscribe to our email list to get one of these awesome freebies.
That's right. Now, if you just want to dive in and you're just like, hey, I don't care about subscribing to anything, just show me the website. Where's the community at? It is the Higher Vibe Tribe on Patreon. There are 2 membership tiers. Each of them has their own very specific benefits. So you can visit that again at Higher Vibe Tribe on Patreon. And the URL is patreon.com/vibe higher.
Yes. And something else I want to throw in a tidbit there are 2 tiers of membership, but on the higher tier membership, we actually will be doing live channeling sessions where you guys will have an opportunity to submit your questions. Not every question will be asked. I'm going to tell you that up front, but we will give you more information on the type of beings and entities that we channel as these channeling sessions come up. And we'll also be doing live Q&As where if you guys are listeners or if you guys have any questions, like, we are pretty well versed in spirituality and new age. We don't know everything. I'm not going to make that claim, but we are pretty well versed. And so it gives you guys the opportunity to jump online with us and ask us any questions that you have. And then also, we will be doing live general tarot readings, group tarot readings, which is really exciting. And if you guys want a personal reading, then you guys can request that among either Tiara or myself.
Absolutely. So many benefits. I love it.
So, thank you all, and we hope that you enjoyed this clip and keep listening to our podcast.
All right. Thanks, you guys.